there's a part of me that looks at what goes on in Great Britain and says, you deserve what you get. You deserve what you get over there. This is how you're acting.
You do.
These are the people you put in power. I mean, you put these elected officials into power. You deserve what you get. But at the same time, there are all these people who have nothing to do with it, who don't vote for this stuff, who would get silenced if they tried to say anything, and who do try to say something and who do get in trouble over it and so on. There are people who don't deserve it. There are people there you can look at and say, you guys deserve what you get. Everyone who, for the past couple decades, when we've been telling you exactly what's going to happen, I mean exactly down to the letter, we've been telling you exactly what's going to happen, and now it's happening. And every step of the way you said, these people are Islamophobes, won't listen to them. If that's what you did for decades, okay, you get what you deserve. And then people who didn't have those stupid ideas and who didn't want anything to do with this, they have to spend they and their families and their children have to spend the rest of their lives suffering because your stupid ideas that should have never gone beyond your stupid heads. From a year or two ago, when a woman who was just praying quietly, keep in mind, not protesting, not praying out loud, she's praying inside her head. So keep in mind, she's doing something like, God, please convince this, some woman to rethink this situation, to rethink what she's going to, that's it. And that's too much. That was too much for the UK. Do you think they would be even slightly concerned about a Muslim praying? I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine them walking up to, I mean, you got Muslims like taking over streets and stuff like this, and they don't stop them. This woman quietly prays in her own head.
If they put me, hijab, Brother Sirtaj, they would on lie detector test. And they said the following questions. Do you love your wife? Yes. Pass. Would you die for her? Yes. Pass. If your wife was okay, would you get a second wife? Yes. Pass. There is not a conflict between a man loving his wife and a man wanting to be polygamous.
I agree. Look, I get the polygamous part. I get the whole...
Guys, again, keep in mind, they're all talking about being polygamous right there. This is not hypothetical. You have a bunch of people doing this. I've known people who've been part of this. They're talking about being polygamous. How do you do that? How do you do that in a place like the UK? Well, yeah, you're not actually allowed to have multiple marriages recognized by the state and so on. So what do? You just get married in the mosque. You can do all this stuff. It's no problem at all. No problem at all. But here they can be openly talking about it. Like it's just, hey, it's normal. Hey, of course we want second wives. And they're trying to convince the people's wives, that they shouldn't have a problem. If they have a problem with their husbands marrying 2, 3, 4 women, they're the problems. You, women, you're bad. You're bad Muslim women. You're not good. Unlike Ali Dawah's wife. You can see, is she going to have a problem with Ali Dawah having a second, third, fourth wife? No, zero problem. She's been trained. She's been conditioned. The point of this show is to condition women to behave exactly like the men want. And they want their women behaving exactly like Smiles to Jenna.
Yes.
Look at the comments on Ali Dawah's cringe news show. People losing their minds because he had men and women talking to each other. Yeah.
I saw.
People are flipping out on him for free mixing. Free mixing. He needs to fix that. And it's just, matter of fact, he did fix it, right? He had the women in the other room, in the newer ones.
Yeah. I think the guy, Simul Hakim, the scholar, he responded to it and called it haram. And then Ali Dawah made kind of an angry-ish response to it. And it's like, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah, that's good. No, I love that. See, guys, that's the issue with the Dawah guys. That's why all you have to do is sit and wait. We do not have to respond to anything. They will destroy each other. The bigger these guys get, the less you can tell them. And if you try to tell them anything, it's, well, my channel bigger than yours, yeah, so who does that show is right? You can't tell me it's just because you're jealous of me, yeah? Can't tell them. And so you actually want them to get more popular. You want them to blow up even more. The more they blow up, the less you'll be able to correct them. It's good for us. Good for us.
More than one woman.
Yeah,
but if you can ask the question more accurately, that take on another wife and all the responsibilities that come with another wife, how many men...
Look at what she started off by saying.
Look, I get the polygamous part. I get the
polygamous part. I understand lots of urges and desires that you want to control. It's a concept of being self-controlled. Doesn't mean you do it.
And all the responsibilities that come with another wife. How many men will agree to that?
For example, if one says, I sense that you've got a second wife, can he say, no, I don't?
Yes, you can. You can say that.
You can say that.
Yes.
You hear that? That's Muhammad Hijab saying, so these guys all talking about, again, I understand their desire. Doesn't mean you do anything that you want to do. And when you get the mindset, you can do anything you want to do. And anything that you want to do is it's somehow God wanting you to do it. And therefore you go out and do it. That creates an entire culture where people have no self-control. So this was Muhammad Hijab here. Let's rewind it. Ali Dawah says, hey, if your wife, if you don't want to tell your wife that you've got another wife, a secret wife, and she asks you about it, you need to tell her. They're going to go through it.
How many men will agree to that?
For example, if one says, I sense that you've got a second wife, Can he say, no, I don't?
Yes, you can. You can say that.
You can say that.
Yes, I personally believe this is.
Look at the girls. Like, what? Good one in the end's like, what? So Muhammad Hijab just said, yes, you can lie to your wife about having another wife. You could have a totally secret second wife on the side and keep it quiet. And she can even ask you about it. You can lie right to her face. You can lie right to your wife's face.
If we sit down and we talk about it and I take my selfish needs out of it, i.e. me wanting him all to myself, I need to understand them. So I need to sit down and I need to really think about how this is going to affect him. It could lead him into doing zina.
Because my wife was, she always gave me the
She say that would lead him,
i.e. me wanting him all to myself. I need to understand them. So I need to sit down and I need to really think about how this is going to affect him. It could lead him into doing zina.
I could be causing him to commit adultery. If I don't let him get him, if I don't let him marry someone, this would be my fault. His adultery, him committing adultery would be because I'm a bad wife who didn't let him get a second, third, fourth wife. I don't want to be a bad wife, do I? No. Therefore, I need to be totally fine with my husband.
This is what Islam does to you. This is what Islam does to women. This is what it does to people. I'm sorry, but there is this reasoning that they always use, that these guys always use, where they say, well, any man, if you sit him down here and his wife allows him to marry more than one wife, he will say, if he says no, it means he's a liar. Because every man wants to do that,
I told her at one point that, look, babe, that's the sister.
Is that you? Yeah.
I'm possibly one of
If we're
This guy's talking about it, right? Keep in mind, they're talking about marrying multiple women in the UK. And that's all totally fine. Is anyone in the British government at all concerned about this? They're openly talking about it. No, you're too busy worrying because this woman prayed over there. This Christian woman prayed. You're not worried about these guys praying.
Talking about secret second wife. If my husband has gone behind my back, that to me is cheating, even if it is Islamically correct.
This show is basically, the entire show is basically shaming women into being exactly what the Dawah guys want these women to be.
To see how Allah is testing her, to see how she responds.
Yeah.
If that's enough. If she decides to do the opposite, which is, throw the divorce card or throw this card, then ultimately she's falling into the act of disobedience.
Thank you.
You catch that? And he's praising her. What did she just say? That when your husband wants a second, third, fourth wife, Allah is testing you to find out if you're an obedient woman. If you're a good woman. This is sick, man.
This one is
I'm now expected as a Muslim man to follow. It's not the religion of Islam. It's the religion of women's feelings. I'm not going to follow that religion. With respect to you, I'm not going to do prostration to the collective hormonal and emotional status of men or women or children or anybody else.
You're saying,
Isn't this funny? I'm not worshiping your feelings. No, I'm not worshiping your desires. I worship my own desires.